Taros Story. Taro, together with his wife Yoshiko, was just boarding the plane headed to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. His dream was to live overseas after early retirement in about 10 years. Some of the places he was considering moving were Malaysia, Philippines, and Australia. He and his wife had not traveled to those countries, so they decided to take a week vacation to travel to each country. Their first destination was Malaysia. Taro said to Yoshiko after sitting on the plane, "My friend Saito will meet us at the airport. Do you remember him from the wedding? He is now working in KL branch of his company." Their plan was to visit Kuala Lumpur and Johor Bahru for 2 days each, then spend 3 days at the Saru beach to stay at the resort hotel because Taro wanted to try surfing in Malaysia. "Hi Taro, Yoshiko-san. Long time no see. How have you been? How was your flight?" When Taro and Yoshiko arrived at the airport, Taro's friend Saito was there to greet. Taro said, "Long time no see. You look well. The flight was very smooth. Thank you for coming to the airport for us." Sure. I'm going to take you two to the hotel so you can leave your bags there. After dim sum lunch, I will show you around the city. For tonight, I have planned a small dinner party with several of my friends in the area. You can hear all about life in KL. Saito is now working as an expert at the KL branch of large bank in Japan. It has been only 8 months since he moved to KL, but he seemed to know every Japanese person in Malaysia already. Saito said to Taro on their way to the hotel, "So you're going to Johor Bahru on Monday? There is a person called Inoue who has several investment apartments in the city. He will also come tonight, so you should talk to him." On that evening, Taro met Yoshi Inoue, who has been living in Malaysia since 3 years ago. "I, like yourself, was going to move to Malaysia after early retirement, so I started investing to a few apartments in Johor Bahru when the city was still covered in woods. That was in 2010. When my wife and I came to visit here 3 years ago, my wife said that she wants to move to Malaysia because it's good for our children. I'm 48, but I married late, so my daughters are still 9 and 5. They go to the local school and then speak 4 languages: Malay, English, Chinese, and Japanese. I tell you, if you are considering moving to Malaysia, don't wait for another 10 years. Come now." Yoshi introduced several people Taro can contact in Johor Bahru. 4 days later, Taro and Yoshiko were heading to the resort hotel after having fruitful visit in Johor Bahru thanks to Yoshi Inoue. Taro asked Yoshiko, "Malaysia is very energetic country. I see a lot of hope in here. What did you think?" Yoshiko said, "I think so too. People are very nice. Fruit and vegetables are tasty. I'm not so sure about Malaysian food because they are rather spicy. But Inoue-san said there are plenty of Japanese restaurants in large cities." Taro said, "We don't need to decide now, but do you think you can live in this country?" Yoshiko said, "Next time, I would like to meet Inoue-san's wife and others. I'm curious how they adjusted to such a different environment." Following day was relaxing day. When Taro and Yoshiko were eating lunch by the poolside restaurant, a couple walked by and a man started to talk to them. "Hello, are you Japanese? My name is Yamakawa. This is my wife, Nancy. She's Hawaiian Japanese. I don't see many Japanese people in this resort. Are you also from Singapore?" Mr. Yamakawa said he was working at the Japanese construction company in Singapore. When Taro explained that he and his wife were visiting from Japan, but the resort was recommended by his friend in KL, he said, "Oh, I see. So it is your first visit to this place. Would you like to join us for a dinner tonight? There's a good seafood restaurant nearby. You will be amazed how big their lobsters are." On that night, Taro and Yoshiko met Seiji and Nancy Yamakawa again and enjoyed marvelous seafood dinner. Yes, I agree with Inoue-san. If you are thinking to move overseas, earlier is better. It gets more and more difficult when you get older. So you are also working at the construction company. Do you mind my asking what you do specifically? Seiji said that he has lived in Singapore for over 8 years now, however, was planning to go back to Japan for his mother who fell sick. He also said that his company is looking for a replacement of Seiji, who was just like Taro. 2 weeks after Taro and Yoshiko came back from vacation, he asked Yoshiko, I gave some consideration and much thought about the position Seiji-san was mentioning. I think it makes sense to give it a try. What do you think? Yoshiko said, I thought you might say that. I will support whatever decision you make. Taro thanked Yoshiko and contacted Seiji that he would like to proceed with hiring process. He had interviews with some employees in Singapore office over the phone and face-to-face interviews with executives and board members at the headquarter office in Tokyo. After 2 months, he finally received an offer from the company. Seiji called that weekend to congratulate Taro. He said, I heard your first day is in 3 months. I will be relocated to Tokyo office 3 to 5 months after you get here. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. By the way, did you hear about PE from our HR? During the hiring process, Taro learned that he needed to pass Practice of Professional Engineer examination. The purpose of examination is to test applicants' ability to apply one's knowledge in civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering. Seiji offered to send some materials Taro could read to prepare for the examination. Taro has been studying English for almost 2 years using construction and architect books, so he felt comfortable to read and write in English. However, since PE test contained essay questions, he doubled his time to study English at home to prepare for the examination. When Taro had a trip with his wife to Malaysia, he was surprised to find out that Yoshiko seemed more comfortable talking with local staffs at the restaurants or shops. Yoshiko said, I graduated with an English degree from the college and I like to talk to people. Taro also started taking English conversational lessons once a week. 3 months passed by and once again, Taro and Yoshiko were on the plane, but this time to Singapore. As an airplane took off, Taro said to Yoshiko, I can't believe how quickly the last 6 months have passed. Last time we were on the plane, we were talking about moving in 10 years, and here we are. When they arrived at the airport, Seiji was there to meet them. Hello, Taro-san and Yoshiko-san. An HR staff said that they will send someone here, but I insisted that I come back to pick you up from the airport. How was your flight? The moving went smoothly? Taro replied, What a surprise. Thank you, Seiji-san. Our flight was a little bumpy, but business class seats were very nice. Seiji said, Good, your apartment is 30 minutes from the airport, so I will drop you at your place, then I will go back to the office. On the way to Taro's apartment, Seiji offered to take them to a large shopping mall on Saturday. Singapore is small, so you can drive to anywhere, but the metro is quite convenient too. Your apartment is serviced, so you have most of furniture like beds and shelves, but you may need some stuff, right? When they arrived to the apartment, Seiji said, There's a concierge desk in lobby of your apartment, so if you need some help about your place, just ask. I will see you on Saturday then. Taro and Yoshiko thanked Seiji again and got out of his car. Their new home was on the 18th floor of the high-rise apartment. Yoshiko said, We can see Chinatown from here. Did Seiji-san say that your office is 10 to 20 minutes from here? I wonder if he can see your office. On the following morning, they went to the concierge desk on the first floor and asked, Hi, can you tell us where we can find a supermarket? Good morning, sir. Yes, there are a few supermarkets near this apartment. Showing a map, he said, I recommend this one. It is the biggest in the neighbor and it's located inside shopping center. To get here, take the main entrance, go left, go straight for 2 blocks, then turn right. Walk for another 5 blocks, then you will see a large building on your left. It is called CDC Shopping Center. Taro and Yoshiko thanked the concierge and left the building. At the supermarket, they were surprised at the variety of food they could find. There were Japanese, Chinese, Indian, Indonesian, and Malay food sections, and they could buy all kinds of meat, fish, and vegetables. Yoshiko said to Taro, "I'd like to take cooking classes. I don't know much about ethnic food, but I want to try." Inside the same shopping center, they found a department store. Yoshiko said, "Seiji-san said that he would take us a large shopping center on Saturday, but I'd like a blanket if he can buy here. Since we put the air conditioning on all night, I felt cold in the middle of the night." Taro and Yoshiko went to the information desk at the entrance and asked where they could find blankets. "Hello, can you tell us where we can find blankets?" The clerk smiled and said, "You can find blankets at the bedding section on the second floor. Take the escalator and go upstairs. You will find the section on your right." When Taro and Yoshiko went to the bedding section, a shop assistant asked if they needed some assistance. "Good morning. Are you looking for anything in particular?" Yoshiko said, "Hello, we are looking for a thick blanket." "Thick blanket? Do you mean a comforter?" Taro and Yoshiko, not knowing what a comforter meant, looked puzzled. The shop assistant said, "A comforter is soft, light, and warm, usually made by down feathers, wool, or silk. I will show you. Please follow me." When Yoshiko saw a comforter, she said, "Yes, this is what I was looking for. We will take this one. Thank you." As they left the shopping center, they saw a local bank branch, so Taro said to Yoshiko, "Let's make a stop here. I want to find out what we need to open an account." As they entered to a branch, a bank staff approached and said, "Hi, my name is Charlie. How can I help you today?" Taro said to him, "Hello, Charlie. I just moved to Singapore, and then I'd like to open a bank account. Can you tell me what documents I need?" "Sure. Are you a resident or non-resident?" "I'm a resident." "Good. There are a few types of account you can make. But since you just moved here, you cannot open a savings account." "What is savings account?" "Savings account is for people who don't want to spend money. You can earn higher interest, but you will have to keep more money in the bank." "Why can't I open that account?" "Well, to open this account, you will have to bring a copy of your phone bill or a bank statement." "I see. I don't have a copy of phone bill nor a bank statement yet. You're right. I guess I will open that savings account later." "What is the basic type of account?" The basic type of account is called day-to-day account. You can manage your account online and by phone. You can use the bank ATM anywhere in Singapore and Malaysia for free. There is $2 of monthly account maintenance fee, but it will be waived if you have more than $3,000 in your account. To open this account, you need to bring your passport, E-Pass or S-Pass, and deposit. Confused, Taro asked again about an account maintenance fee. "So if I don't want to pay $2 per month, I should always keep at least $3,000 in my account?" Charlie replied, "Yes, that's right," handing a document to Taro and Yoshiko. "Here is our brochure. You can learn more about our services." Taro and Yoshiko thanked Charlie and left the bank. Taro said to Yoshiko, "They have an account maintenance fee, but there is no transaction fee like Japanese banks. You can use ATM any time of the day, and transferring money is also free of charge." On their way back, they used a taxi because they had too much to carry. "Can you take us to the Skyview apartment?" The driver said, "Sorry, there are too many apartments in Singapore. Do you have an address?" When they arrived at their apartment, the driver helped them with their bags and said, "Wow, lots of shopping. Do you have everything here now? Have a nice day," and drove off. Yoshiko said to Taro, "People here are very friendly and kind. I never heard Have a nice day from Japanese taxi driver. On Saturday, Taro and Yoshiko spent all morning shopping with Seiji and Nancy's help. Okay, the last thing we need is a mobile phone for Yoshiko and we are done for the day. 1 hour later, Taro, Yoshiko, Seiji, and Nancy were all at the restaurant having lunch. Taro thanked again for Seiji and Nancy's help. Without your help, it was difficult to get our life started in Singapore. Seiji said, No problem at all. We had help when we moved here too. Let's enjoy lunch now. This place serves Singaporean food. Singapore chili crab here is very famous. When they were all having dessert, Nancy said to Yoshiko, Last time we met in Malaysia, you did not speak much, but your English is very good. Yoshiko said, Thank you. Well, I actually graduated with an English degree. Taro said, That was over 10 years ago. Yoshiko smiled and added, I also brushed up a little since last time we went to Malaysia. Nancy said surprisingly, Wow, that's great. What did you do? Yoshiko said, I used to book Taro-san boats a few years ago and trained at home. What's the title of the book? It's called Multilingual Method, Learning English Only in 30 Days.